The courtroom fell silent when Alicia Keys, the soulful icon and global superstar, stepped into the witness box. This wasn't the stage she was used to commanding. It was a place of raw truth, and her presence sent shockwaves through the room. In a trial already packed with explosive evidence and tangled lies, her testimony was a turning point nobody saw coming. Under oath, Alicia revealed a chilling confession Diddy allegedly made in private years ago. "If they knew the real me, it's done." Her voice, usually heard in sold-out arenas, carried a quiet strength that gripped everyone in the courtroom. For years, she'd stayed silent, haunted by a moment from 2004 and tempted by offers to keep quiet. But now, she was done hiding. Alicia made it clear. This wasn't about fame or grudges. It was about exposing a truth she couldn't ignore anymore. Her testimony peeled back the curtain on Diddy's world, leaving the room stunned. Here's how it unfolded. When the court clerk called Alicia Keys to the stand, the air froze. For a moment, even the judge seemed caught off guard. Dressed in a sleek navy suit, her face partially hidden behind tinted glasses, Alicia walked forward with a calm resolve. Her legal team flanked her like sentinels. As she passed Diddy's table, he shifted slightly, barely a twitch, but enough to betray his unease. Nobody expected this. A superstar with everything to lose, stepping into the fire. As she reached the stand, Alicia removed her glasses, her eyes locking briefly with the jury. A murmur rippled through the gallery. "She's really doing this." The prosecutor stood, voice steady, and began. "Ms. Keys, can you describe your relationship with Mr. Combs?" Alicia didn't flinch. "We weren't close," she said. "Just two people in the same industry, crossing paths at events, studios, galas. Cordial, but never friends. Until 2004, when everything changed." The room leaned in. Diddy sat motionless, his lawyer whispering urgently, but he didn't respond. "I'm not here for rumors," Alicia continued. "I'm here because of what I heard with my own ears, in a moment I'll never forget." The jurors shifted forward. This wasn't a pop star playing a role, this was real. Staring straight at Diddy, she said, "I've carried this for 20 years. Today, I'm letting it go." Their paths had crossed often in the early 2000s, award shows, music video shoots, and industry parties. Alicia testified that Diddy was a constant presence, not just physically, but as a power broker. She recalled a moment at the 2002 Grammys after-party where he approached her, all charm, praising her breakout album. "You're a light in this game," he'd said, before adding, "Stay that way. It's safer." At the time, she brushed it off, chalking it up to industry talk. But the words stuck, like a warning she didn't yet understand. The music world back then was cutthroat, she explained. Alliances weren't just about music, they were about survival. Being seen with Diddy meant you were protected, Alicia said. But some of us felt trapped instead. She spoke of whispers about secret after-parties, NDAs handed out like entry tickets, and rooms you didn't enter unless you played by certain rules. If you said no, you didn't get invited back, she told the court. Eventually, you stopped getting invites at all. One name kept surfacing, Diddy, not as a mentor, but as someone building a hidden empire. Then came the night that changed everything. August 3rd, 2004, at an exclusive industry event in the Hamptons. Alicia, exhausted from a long studio session, was urged by her team to attend. "It's a big deal," they said. "Everyone's there." The host, Diddy, fresh off a major rebrand. The seaside mansion was a fortress, tinted windows, private security, and a guest list packed with A-listers, moguls, and unfamiliar faces who seemed more like watchers than guests. Alicia planned to leave early, but Diddy approached her around 9:30 p.m., calm and polished. "There's a private lounge upstairs," he said. "We need to talk business." Tired but curious, she followed him to a dimly lit room off a quiet hallway. Two security guards stood outside. Inside, velvet couches and a single lamp created an eerie glow. Diddy poured a drink, stared at her for a long moment, and said, "If they knew the real me, it's done." The words landed like a confession. He wasn't joking, Alicia told the court. It was like he'd seen his whole world collapse in his mind. When she pressed him, asked what he meant, he deflected, offering a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "You're good people, Alicia. Stay that way. I'll look out for you." As she moved to leave, he stepped toward the door, not blocking it, but lingering just enough to make her pause. Keep this between us, he said. Without a word, she left, heart racing. I carried that night for 20 years, Alicia said in court. I won't carry it anymore. She left the mansion before dawn, slipping past security in a car driven by her trusted assistant. Back in her Manhattan hotel, she felt shaken. It wasn't just a conversation, she said. It was a warning. The next day, a courier arrived at her suite with a sleek black box. Inside, $75,000 in crisp bills, secured with silver bands, and a small note in gold ink. Enjoy your night. No explanation, no return address. My stomach dropped, Alicia testified. Her manager urged her to return it, but the contact number was dead. Hotel security later confirmed the delivery came from a black SUV tied to a rental company often used by Diddy's circle. I didn't want the money, Alicia said. I wanted distance from whatever that was. She mailed the box back to the Hamptons estate, unmarked, with a note. This isn't mine. For years, she stayed silent, even from her inner circle. You try to bury something like that, she said, but it doesn't go away. Seeing Diddy in court, facing charges of abuse and extortion, brought it all back. I had to speak, she said. That box, that night, it can't stay buried. The prosecutor pressed further. Ms. Keys, did you hear concerns from others at that 2004 event? Alicia paused, her composure cracking for the first time. Yes, she said softly. There was a woman there, not famous, maybe a talent scout or PR rep. I only knew her as Nina. They'd spoken briefly, and Nina seemed uneasy, mentioning she'd wandered into a private room by mistake. She saw something, Alicia said. A man signing papers, cameras rolling, someone standing over him. She left fast. Later that night, Nina was gone. No trace, no mention. 2 months later, a cryptic voicemail hit Alicia's studio line. A woman's voice, shaky, said, I saw too much. Stay quiet, Alicia. Be careful. An intern erased it by mistake, but the words haunted her. Was it Nina? She couldn't be sure. In early 2005, Alicia asked her team to track Nina down. She's gone, they said. No job, no social media, nothing. Don't push it, they warned. I knew something was wrong, Alicia told the court. But I also knew how the industry worked. People who asked questions didn't last. The prosecution used her testimony to weave a pattern: vanishing staff, silenced artists, and now a superstar who'd been pressured to stay quiet. Alicia admitted she had no hard proof tying Diddy to Nina's disappearance, but her fear was real. That fear kept me silent for 20 years, she said. Not anymore. By 2005, Alicia's star kept rising, but the industry felt different. Invites to certain events, ones tied to Diddy's circle, stopped coming. I thought it was random, she said. Then the calls started. A top exec told her, You're amazing, Alicia, but don't mention that night. It's not good for you. Another mutual contact warned, People who talk too much don't stay safe. At a 2007 awards show, she crossed paths with Diddy. He smiled, cold, calculated. You're still shining, he said. Good choice. She walked away, heart pounding, knowing she'd made the right call to stay quiet. Until now. I'm not afraid anymore, Alicia declared in court. The truth takes away their power. Then came another bombshell. The prosecutor asked, Did you ever overhear Mr. Combs threaten anyone else? Alicia nodded slowly. In 2006, at a Miami recording studio, she overheard Diddy speaking to a young pop singer, a rising star with a breakout hit. Alicia was there for a late-night session and caught the conversation through a thin studio wall. You don't own your masters, Diddy allegedly said. I do. Play by the rules, or you'll end up like the last one who tried to leave. The singer went quiet, and Diddy's tone softened, but the threat lingered. Months later, that singer canceled a major tour and faded from the spotlight. She just vanished, Alicia told the court. And nobody asked why. We all knew. Diddy sat still, his face unreadable. His lawyers whispered furiously, but the damage was done. I should have said something then, Alicia admitted. I was scared. But this isn't just for me. It's for every artist who didn't get to speak. The courtroom felt heavy. Jurors exchanged glances, and even the judge seemed rattled. Alicia went further, hinting at coordinated cover-ups. I was told not to look at certain files, she said. Contracts, payments, shell companies that didn't add up. In 2009, she'd asked a trusted colleague to dig into a Diddy-backed event that was abruptly canceled despite massive funding. They found a maze of fake businesses hiding money trails. "Don't touch this," an exec warned. Pressure mounted. Leaked tabloid stories, threats to her team, whispers of old scandals resurfacing if she kept digging. At a 2011 gala, organizers asked Alicia to present Diddy with an industry award. She declined. Within days, 2 major brand deals fell through, no explanation given. The defense objected, calling her claims speculative, but the judge allowed it, citing a pattern. "What happened next?" the prosecutor asked. Alicia looked straight ahead. "I waited for this day. I knew I'd tell everything." Her final words cut deep. "I'm not here to drag anyone. I'm here for the truth. The world needs to know who Diddy really is." Silence followed. As Alicia stepped down, her security team guided her out, ignoring the reporter's shouts. Outside, chaos erupted, cameras flashing, hashtags like #AliciaSpeaks and #DiddyTrial trending worldwide. Some praised her courage. Others speculated what she might still be holding back. Diddy sat at the defense table, his team scrambling. The judge called a recess, but the shift was undeniable. That night, Alicia's testimony dominated news cycles. A cultural reckoning was unfolding, with a music legend as its spark. Her words, "If they knew the real me, it's done," echoed across headlines, TikToks, and talk shows. Whispers grew louder. 2 former Bad Boy execs reportedly offered sealed testimony. A stylist who worked Diddy's events posted vaguely on X. "I saw things. They paid me to forget." An anonymous source told Billboard, "If Alicia's speaking, it's time we all do." Celebrities who'd stayed neutral began shifting. Talk shows hailed Alicia's bravery. Old photos with Diddy vanished from industry vets' socials. In court, the prosecution pushed harder, calling more witnesses, former managers, security staff. The defense tried to paint Alicia as a storyteller chasing headlines, but it fell flat. She didn't need fame or money. She'd walked into the storm for one reason: truth. A juror reportedly said, when she looked at Diddy, it was like she broke free, and he felt it. Alicia Keys didn't just testify, she tore down a wall. The dominoes were falling, and the music world would never be the same.